welcome to today's video. We are here looking at what I think are the 5 best sports cars. Now I know last week we did supercars, since we were doing sports cars. We're going to look at what I think are the 5 best. Now I do want to set some honorable mentions here, because I'm using the race, not the race creator, just the GTA creator to test these cars out and drive them. I can only set down 5 different cars. If I do honorable mentions of some other cars that I think, if I was able to put down more than 5, I would probably mention. So we got the Sprunk Buffalo, Tropos Rally. Both of those are really nice cars that I have owned, and I did like those quite a lot as well. The Lynx is also a pretty cool car. It's just super expensive and not something that I would buy. Like if it was a cheap car, like $500,000, I'd probably buy it. But the fact that it's $1.7 million, I can't see buying it for a decent car. The Drift Tampa, one that I haven't owned, but I'm a big fan of the Tampa in general. I like that car. I just didn't buy it because it shouldn't be in the sports car category. The 770, also a unique car. I like it. I owned it for a little bit, but I don't have it anymore. The Bestia, another one that I think is pretty nice. And also the Jester race car. I bought that when the race car came out. That was the first thing that I bought of the two, the Massacro and the Jester. Now you will see the Massacro come a little bit later. But for the Elegy, this here is the Elegy Retro Custom. In general, a pretty cool car. I like that it's based off the Nissan Skyline. And it finally gave the Elegy and the GTRs in GTA something good. Like, we got a good GTR instead of the trash car than Elegy actually is in the game. Okay, so coming up number 4 on our list. I know I didn't say much about that car, but there isn't as much to it as our top couple cars here have. At number 4 is the Massacro race car. This here is one of the faster sports cars. They're trying to attack me with their flare guns that I gave them. This car is a really nice car. I had it for a while as well. Now, if you look at the difference between a Massacro and a Massacro race car, not really much different, but this here is sort of where the liveries start coming out more in cars in GTA. And I think that's pretty cool to see these cars start to come out, where the liveries start to come out in this here. Casey wanted to buy it when the 2 race cars came out between the Jester and the Massacro, and we raced both of them. And this thing here, if I have to go into a race, because I didn't have sports cars for a while, I would pick this one here to race as my sort of extra car. But in general, I really like this car, and I think that if you're looking to buy a lot of good cars in GTA, if you need to pick something good, it's definitely a recommendation to you. And here's the thing, all the cars on this list, I believe I've owned. All the ones that I mentioned, except for the Drift Tampa and Lynx, I have owned. Let's see, what else do we have over here? Yeah, I've owned all of these. And I currently own the number 5 and number 2 cars. I don't own my favorite sports car because it was like, I had to sell it. Okay, coming in at number 3 was my favorite car in GTA when I first started playing GTA. When I played it in 2014, when my brother had it, I went to his house to play it. This here is the Coquette. Now this is just the regular one. This thing here, I have so many memories driving this car just in GTA. Holy shit. When I went to my brother's house, I go over there and would play GTA. And we set up pretty late, and pretty much all I did was go into public lobbies and drive this car around. I remember he had a purple one. Actually, technically still has it, but doesn't have the game. But he had the purple one of this, and obviously there with the roof. I don't know why this one doesn't have a roof on. I'm kind of triggered by that. But this car was so cool, and that's actually why. I don't know if it's in any of my GTA videos, but I had this. This is one of the first cars that I bought. I might actually want to rebuy this, to be honest. Driving it right now is really bringing back so many vibes. Holy shit, how much is this car? I might need to rebuy this. I have like $200,000 right now. I could rebuy it. That'd be pretty swag, because this thing here was so much fun to drive around. He had a lot of other cars, but this is what I would always go to, and I was really sad when I crashed and it got destroyed. Obviously, this is before I knew how the game really worked. This is like 3 years ago. I wasn't that good at game back then. I'm gonna be honest. Alright.
You ain't going nowhere. Hey, I'm reloading.
Since I loaded right in from story mode, that's why I'm playing as Michael instead of as my online character. Coming in though at number 2 is the Comet Retro Custom. Now this here is actually a car that I own right now as my main sports car. If you watch the race playlist that went up earlier today, and from previous days, well, in the past couple ones, because I know last week was 27 and 26 in those race playlists. There was some sports car races as well. This car got raced in it, and this here's my main sports car. It doesn't have the best traction when you start off with it, but similar to the Elegy, they gave the Porsche 911 something good in the game, because the Comet and the regular Comet and the regular Elegy sort of do injustice to the cars that they're based off of. So this here bringing a old Porsche 911 into the game is so cool. And to drive an old one is pretty nice. The old Porsches are so cool. Like, they just look so nice compared to some of the newer ones. I will say look nice, but the older Porsches, like from the 80s and before that, are really nice. Oh, I just heard the TV in the living room. This is on for the dog. Do the little sound test that it does. I'm like, what does that sound? You know when it goes off for like alerts or something? And it's just a test. Or something like that. Typically it's just a test. Hope it's just a test. I'm not in here recording or getting nuked. Probably getting nuked by the Russians, and I don't see anything on my phone, so it's probably just a test. I heard talking, I don't know if it's the radio or the thing saying you're gonna die. But either way, this here is the Bravado Verlier, my favorite sports car in all of GTA. When this car came out, I don't know if I actually bought it right away. I don't really remember. But this thing, as you see, it doesn't have the best turning circle. But in general, is a great, great, great car. This thing just... It's got the speed, it's got a great look to it. Everything that you want in a sports car. You know, it's right here. Like, I remember having this thing in yellow. I believe it had a car profile on it last year. This is my #1 sports car. So last week we seen the Progen T20 come in at #1 on our supercar list, if that wasn't going to be obvious enough. This week coming in at #1 is the Bravado Verlier, coming in at #1 on the sports car list right there. Take a look at all those fantastic cars, guys. We got the LG Retro Custom, Masako race car, the Coquette, the Comet Retro Custom, and the Verlier. Oh, I forgot to have my mic plugged in. I'm not in a party, so he was like, hey, what's good? Alright, so with that, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. We might be doing more of these videos, maybe talking about sports classic next week or muscle cars. I'm not sure if we're doing those yet, but If this video does well like the last one did, and people like this video, then I will do more. So without thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one.